Okay, so we got our donation list here from Archon. It's an Esper Blink base, testing out some ideas that I'm guessing are going to stick around as soon as Wan Shi Tong becomes legal, but effectively trying to max out on some pitch spells here. We got 4 Solitude, 3 Subtlety, and Force Negation to go along with some multicolor cards like Psychic Frog, No More Lies to pitch a little bit easier to Fairy Time Reveler. We've got Quantum Riddler, Blink Shenanigans with Felia, Ephemerate, Overlord of the Bale Merc. We've got a good chunk of the MDFC creatures, which is one of the things I was missing really heavily from the last list we tried out. Didn't feel like there was enough MDFCs to take advantage of like Overlord. In the sideboard, we got 3 Wrath of Skies, 3 Consigned Memory, 3 Thoughtseize, Surgical Extraction, 2 Ashiok, 2 High Noon, and a Mystical Dispute. Perhaps something should be the 4th Consign. We moved it from the main, but didn't cut anything from the board to include it. Let's go over the Mystical Dispute. Run it as is. We end up running into a bunch of Tron. We'll know what we missed. If it does anything. EKC Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome afternoon. Appreciate you coming around and hanging out. That's probably too many ephemerates. Are you going to play leagues until you trophy challenge yet? Dude, I am not touching that challenge. That whole trophy or play until you trophy with what you lost to. This actual just gift storm. Actual factual gift storm. Give me a solitude. Challenge is a curse. Yeah, like I despise the idea of like grifting to chat and being like, donate to me, give me your money, whatever. But I would legitimately need like 50 gifted subs to even touch that challenge. That just looks like a miserable time for everybody involved to be sitting there playing like insert jank deck here over and over again and hoping you get there and then leaving it up to like the luck of the draw and having to play Amulet Titan on stream. It just doesn't sound appealing at all. Scoop here. Did somebody said BFG trophied yesterday, right? Because I know he was doing it. $15 subs, don't tempt me. Sub goal. Let's see. Got what I'm sideboarding out real quick. Add something from here. Force. Add. Calling this trophy challenge sub goal. Sure. Cooler font for this. Size that momentarily. Too many. Play first. Working on it. I'm working on it. All right, we'll throw it up there at the moment. Joe coming in with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. Welcome. We got Bolt Snap Bolt, Maxman V4, Valerathan, David Whitney 45, and Urban Punk. Welcome to the subscribers. I have to go ahead and update this. Pretties. 5 of 50. Okay. Sorry, opponent was too busy grifting. Don't hold it against me. All right. So I guess whenever we hit that, we will do the challenge. Be nice and follow through. Is it better to Thelia Warp Riddler, or is it better to Frog? It's probably better to Frog here. I could potentially like draw into Thoughtseize. But yeah, if you got a gifted sub from Joe, then please consider thanking them in the chat. Greatly appreciate it. All right, so they've got both Ral and Baral. No! So close. Block. Block, you won't, coward. I think I go ahead and warp Riddler. Try to hit a Thought Seize. Thought Seize or Solitude or 4 copies of Felia. Nice. I like our chances. I mean, I guess I could have discarded everything but Surgical. That's a good sign for me. You think I won't save this frog from a measly 5 damage? Sir, I would have thrown this frog or thrown my hand to the frog for a Kit Kat bar. Storm ever had anything? Well, but not right now. Surely they whiff from here, right? Right? This resolves. What do you keep off of? Whole sideboard at your disposal. Or we get to Surgical. Well, if they put a Manamorphose on the stack, I'm probably Surgicaling the Flame of Anor. Well, choice. Guess now I'm not Surgicaling anything right now because they're dead. Bang, bang, bang. Easy. Well, you say since they have 8, we don't know that they have 8. They could just be on like 5 or 6. Possible they have 8. I think I'd get rid of Mystical Dispute. Thoughtseize can take either one. Mystical Dispute can only hit Baral. Solitude, Ditch Failure could get rid of another one. I think we just go for the turn 1 Surveil instead of Thoughtseize, unless we hit a land. God gamers. There ever a card we see surgical? I mean, if we like Thoughtseize right here and they had 4 copies of Pyretic Ritual, Past in Flames, Grape Shot, then yeah, we absolutely would. Past in Flames is good, but there are ways from going off with Past in Flames. Could just take like Flame of Anor so that I can play out this frog onto. I think I like that. Take Flame, play out frog. Yeah, I was not expecting stock up. This is interesting though. There's a guy at my LGS that plays Izzet Burn or Izzet Storm. Doesn't play Flame of Anor stock up. Plays like Fluster Storm and Spell Pierce out of the board. They bend. They have 2 Surveil lands. They bend Island. They kept something on top. I could surgical to try to mess up the shuffle or mess up the top. I think that's a little too aggressive. And it's coming in with a Deck Tech Redemption. Let's see what you got. Kaito, Frog, Riddler, Ragavan, Snapcaster, Tamio, Purine, Strategic Betrayal, Thoughtseize. I can already tell you I hate all of these 2 ofs. These like 1s and 2 ofs. 1 Kaito, 1 Dress Down, 2 Bobble, 2 Force, 2 Flame, 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Ragavan. I do not like those inconsistencies. I know you're a big Vexing Bobble fan. I still haven't seen it or haven't seen it look like it's something I wanted. But I respect the dedication. Guess flame is just because you got the snapcasters. You only have 5 wizards. Hit in with frogs, see if we hit anything cool. They do have an Otawara in hand, so I don't want to like... Pretty cool. I don't want to go all in on this frog while they have Otawara. They have Vivi. Vivi, gifts ungiven. Opponent is in fact cooking up a storm. Baral, Chief of Compliance. All right. Ritual goes on the stack. We respond with Solitude, Pitch, Witch, Enchanter. Out of here. And cutting rags for third snap and third thought seems to be better. I think it would be better, yeah. Like if you're not running four Ragavan, I don't know if Grixis is like doing enough for you. Like it's cool, but I don't know if it's winning you games. So we know they've got Past in Flames, Otawara in hand. What do we think they're wishing for? Of 1 red and a wish. If this is like a rending volley or something like that, that would be kind of dope. Like 1 red, kill a frog, or 1 red, kill Ashiok. Grape shot, they'd have to choose one or the other. Because if they grape shot, go after... Alright, I was going to say if they grape shot, go after the frog, then I could just keep the Ashiok around. Or if they go after the Ashiok, I can discard and keep the frog around. All right, so opponent's last card is Past in Flames. We're back on the mill plan, boys and girls, everybody else. I wonder. We're probably just supposed to flip the RAL back. So they can't potentially pick it up. And like next turn we can flip the Ashiok back. I just attack at Ashiok here. No. Stop it. Well, there goes that plan. Joseph. All right, so we can flash in subtlety, block this RAL. Maybe not. Oh boy. I almost surgical Manamorphose last turn. Come on, just go to combat. Right click, attack, stop casting things. No more cast. Oh boy. We just have to go after what? Manamorphose. Go after stock up and hope that they can't do anything else. An Odawara and a Desperate Ritual in hand. They're probably just going to cast all their stuff and try to flip RAL. No. Gotta check out a RAL ult and see if they get there. Flame of Anor, Gifts Ungiven, into the Flood Maw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 cards? 8. So Flame of Anor, Flood Maw, Pyretic Ritual, Gifts Ungiven. But they can't search their library because of Ashiok. The just snap off the flames. Or snap off the gifts ungiven. Flashback pass in flames. You can gifts ungiven, or no, they can pyretic ritual gifts ungiven, but then if they get grape shot, they can't cast it because I just put it in their graveyard. What do you get here? You don't have a mana reducer, so you can't get like ritual, Manamorphose, grape shot. So I put Baral, Sink into Stupor in the yard. Because Manamorphose is not mana positive. And Into the Flood Maw doesn't do anything here. Bounce my fish. I mean, I can sub Baral, but like, why worry about that when I can just put it in the graveyard? Not have to sub something. Here's my Ashiok again. Better fetch now. Better do it. Own it. Own it, crack the fetch. There we go. Confirmed, no fetchables left. Ashiok. Keeping this on 7. Awful. No. On the bright side, just like land, Felia, something, or land, Felia, Riddler might just be enough to get there. Go like this. Prowess. See what we draw. All right. There's value in just scooping and not showing them what I'm on, which might be worth it here. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Because I would have to Shadowy Backstreet, force a negation, possibly on a Corey Steelcutter. Belia gets dealt with. We might be able to pending the Darcy, but then we got nothing. Like literal no hand, no lands. Well, I think the percentage that we gain by scooping and not showing what we're on outweighs the like 5% we have to win that game. And 5% is like pretty generous there. Like assuming their hand had any sort of actual functionality, they were going to run us over. If opponent is Googling past results to see if they can figure out what I'm on. Joke's on you, opponent. You won't see this in any of my past results. Let's hope they aren't ghosting. So the ghosting argument gets blown like way out of proportion from realistic streaming. Like it happens, don't get me wrong. But people seem to think that like 90% of the Magic playing public is ghosting, when in reality, like Moto is just a slow, laggy program sometimes. Like that one. ADHD makes us think something has to be wrong. There has to be a reason that opponent took 17 seconds. Like I said, ghosting does absolutely happen. More than I think most people would care for it to. All right, I'm going to try to flash in this Felia and block the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Because I've got Force Negation and would like to use it here. Please don't flip over a Lava Dart. Please don't have a mutagenic growth. Spell Pierce main. It could be. I think the more realistic answer is probably it's sideboard and they just brought it in because if I was aggressively mulliganing, there's a reasonable chance that I'm a combo deck. And just like didn't see a functional combo hand. of our lands are out of our deck. Only 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Hydroelectric specimen. All right. Show me the slick shot. Or I guess show me the Corey steel cutter. Show me the 30 damage in one turn that we've come accustomed to. Slick shot show off. Meet psychic frog. Pitched to subtlety. Okay. Did put slick shot on the bottom. Land mutagenic violent urge is what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Makes you a little bit scared when you math it out, doesn't it? Portal coming in with a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much. Welcome to the subscribers. Let me update our sub goal. I totally remember to do that now. It's awful. This hand is slightly less awful, still awful. This hand is keepable. Of specimen, and we're just getting rid of Felia. Don't do the math. Well, I feel like it's kind of important to do the math from time to time, you know. Might call me a scaredy cat, but sometimes I like not being dead. Basic Swamp. Basic Swamp gets me closer to Wrath the Skies for 2. But it doesn't actually cast Wrath the Skies. There has to be a way to automate that, like set X of 50 to a variable that pulls the amount of subs since 11.6. You can do it on Streamlabs, but actual OBS is a little trickier. Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to play that one. I'm going to cast that card. Assuming that my opponent has got the card consigned to memory, or spell snare. Or they showed a spell pierce. So I'm going to do nothing here and pass to their turn. Well, if they cast anything on their turn, I can respond with Solitude and they can't respond back. And then if they cast anything on my turn, I could respond with Solitude and not have to worry about any sort of interaction. Heal. I would like to see Overlord. I would like to see not more Wrath the Skies. Well, they could still be on Into the Flood Maw. So I've got to be careful of that card. Not that I can do a lot about it, but. Like, I really want to get these Solitude pitches when they go to cast a spell, so that I don't have to worry about like consign on my turn. Like, they cast a spell, I know this is all they get to do this turn, so I can Solitude. Also makes it so that I don't have to worry about like spell pierce on my turn. But we're definitely not out of any of the woods here. Need lands. I need threats. Not seeing any of our 8 2-drop threats is rough. Not wrong. Please do not spell pierce me. Oh. Not going to worry about a Corey Steel while we've got a High Noon down. Play Into the Flood Maw me. Yep. It's good. Yeah. Murktide is definitely not a card you aggressively want against Blink. Can tell from experience. Doing anything at this point? Like, Frog would be good. Riddler would be good. Oh. Again. Hi, Gonti coming in with the raid. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hope you had an awesome stream. Currently trying not to die to Prowess. See how this goes for us. Welcome, Raiders. Do have the Murktide. We are going to ephemerate this Murktide to Kingdom Come. Approximately 1,000,000 times, give or take. They did put the Murktide back on top. Now Murktide is back in hand. Opponent does not have Delirium currently. So we get to let this go. That's sweet. Doing this to try to buff the Murktide. Maybe they just didn't realize they didn't have Delirium. Oh, we're definitely fetching again. We want that Surveil. I bet if I open up chat, there's going to be a message about how they thought they had Delirium or... See what's on top. If I have another Subtlety on top, I'll let this go. Not, so I would like to save my Subtlety. I do not want to rebound this. Opponent, please, in the nicest way possible, do not have another copy of a burn spell for this Subtlety. Okay. Opponent has presented a loop. To go to 4. Attic ending, a Swift Spear. Cause we ain't no cowards. Opponent does not go for the end of turn Lava Dart, which would lead me to believe that they don't currently have the Bolt. Obviously, things can change. Okay. We've got a thing. That is a blocker. I would like it to be a win the gamer. Now you show up. Go into turn Lava Dart again. Just go for the Murktide. Put Murktide on the stack. A whole lot. Maybe exile those 2 Lava Darts. Try. We might lose to Murktide, but it will not be on this day. Solitude. Solitude. I'm not going to rebound this because I want to hard cast this Riddler. Oh boy. Oh boy. We've got a plan. We've got a plan. Solitude. All right, so we are attacking for... Yes. All right. Untap, go for the Murktide. No end of turn Lava Dart. No fetch. Murktide is the draw. If they put a Murktide on the stack, we win. I believe. No, no, go back. Go back to the Murktide. Murkt. Dragon's Rage Channeler is fine. What? Yeah, we can just ephemerate Subtlety for free, right? Just, they can't cast another spell. Yeah, this is just like free, we win. Go to our turn, attack for big dumb amounts of damage. Ha ha ha. Oh boy. Deck stresses me out. Way harder than it should have been. Well, falling to oblivion will do that. What's with all this storm? Gabriel, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome afternoon. Appreciate you coming around and hanging out. Not storm. I think I'm just gonna pending a goose. Can subtlety this turn. Overlord back subtlety. It could have birthing ritual. I'd have to fairy on 3. I guess if they have Bowmaster here, it's a little bit more annoying. Someone write an article about how well Storm did at the PT. Did Storm do well at the PT? News to me. Back a Witch Enchanter. No, it didn't. Fair. I think people pick it up for leagues because it's like fairly quick to play through. You're either killing them on turn 3 or 4, or they're killing you. It's not really a whole lot of in between. I kind of want to subtlety this. I think I just want to make as clear a board as possible so that if they go for like birthing ritual this upcoming turn, I can Teferi, bounce it, and then maybe like Witch Enchanter blow it up the turn after. Bowmaster on the bottom. Okay. Of course, I say that, and they're just like never going to have the birthing ritual. Don't you wolf into ritual. Okay. Annoying, but what it is. A fairy. Could Teferi minus on my Overlord and see if they respond, but maybe they tap out and I get to Witch Enchanter, blow up the Haywire Might. They also only have 2 cards in hand. It's not tap. Witch Enchanter better. Probably better to just hold up Solitude, right? Get a Surveil here. Might want to like Solitude the Young Wolf if they have a birthing ritual. Carrion Feeder. think this is pretty good for me. I guess they can sack the wolf to the carrion feeder. Not like the end of the world, right? Can't solitude it. Let's go get a back street. I think I like Overlord here. I'm probably just like hard casting out this Solitude. Try to get like a little ambush going. I don't think like any of these I really want to Solitude. I would just be like Solituding to keep Teferi alive. And if I pitch cast Solitude, what target Haywire Might and hardcast Overlord? Like it's fine, but I give up my Solitude being held up. And I don't think I want to give up holding up the Solitude this turn. If possible. Because, like, I die to combo here, right? I don't just die to random card. I can go Solitude, Exile, Carrion Feeder. Force some sort of action here with the Haywire Might, which if they're holding up Chord of Calling makes Chord a lot worse. Now they can't Chord for 2 to get like a Bowmaster or something. All right, now that I've got another land, is it crazy to impending this Overlord and just get back Subtlety? Or am I just thinking they for sure have Chord of Calling? Slash, do I care if they have Chord of Calling? Yeah, I think I like that. Like, just get back Subtlety here. You're right, I can Teferi bounce Overlord. Should have a Godless Shrine, right? So just making sure we stay up on clock. Of calling. Or Ogmoth. They're at 8. Could flash in subtlety and put them down to 5. Well, the bounce yog subtlety line, I'm a little concerned, like, isn't getting them closer to dead. I kind of want to get them closer to dead. Kill. Is bounce overlord better than Tef bounce yog pending? Probably. Solitude. Solitude evoke. Do you want to sack the wolf? If they sack the wolf, I might pending the food token. Am I actually pending the food token, or am I just bluffing? Bluffing. I don't think I want to. I feel like if they're spending 2 of their 5 mana to sack a food, I'm kind of okay with that. I think it's either they kill me here or I'm like, well, in the driver's seat. Well, it is Samwise combo, but they don't currently have a. It might just be Yawgmoth. Might just be Yawgmoth with the white splash. They don't have a cat currently, and if they have Samwise and they have something to do with the Samwise, then it doesn't matter if I get rid of the food or not. Like they're going to be able to combo off. Because Samwise into any other creature just makes a food. Hop off, King. Hmm. Do I need to go? I think I just have to kill Grist pending the Samwise. They have this food token still. Which means I can't kill them. I can pending the food token attack them for 2, put lethal on board, but like any creature, and they just gain out of it. So we have to kill Grist, ending Sam, play Frog. Sending lethal in the air should you decide to tap out for no apparent reason. Resolves. Cauldron Familiar resolves. So if Birthing Ritual hits a Samwise, or if they have a fair enough. We got 14 looks for a Samwise to kill me. Need 14. Got Surgical Ashiox. Is High Noon worth it at all in this matchup? They can't like creature plus cord. But they could just cord for Haywire Might, so probably not. Gary seems rough. Altsies is the other one that I'm like kind of want, but I don't really know like what over. Probably No More Lies. weaker ones here, maybe over Ephemerate. But they also could just be bringing in Veil of Summer. So maybe not. Maybe just be a little more proactive. Honestly, don't know this matchup very well. It's kind of rough without the ability to say no to much. But at the same time, if we just see Solitudes and Overlords and Felias, like, we should be okay-ish. Like a ephemerated Quantum Riddler. Yeah, this is fine-ish. Definitely pending a wolf here. Crazy that Haywire Might won the game, the 2 life. Well, I mean, if they didn't have Haywire Might, they would have had the food anyway, so. We're just going to go ahead and march this. Have Subtlety Frog with Ephemerate Riddler to refill. A little safer. Bottomed the Samwise. We want to Warp Riddler. Trigger on the stack, Ephemerate it. Draw all of the cards. It is good, and we'll be pretty aggressive about solituding something so we can draw 2 on our next draw step. Like, I think I just solitude in response to this so they can't like flash in Bowmasters. Quantum Thing seems like a good card. It's got the makings of a modern playable. Time will tell. Marionette Apprentice. Okay. So opponent is down to 1 card. I really need to get back this subtlety. I guess it doesn't have to be subtlety. It just needs to be something to interact with, what's it called? With Yawgmoth. That also interacts with Yawgmoth. So land ending. Just get back Felia here. Okay. I can see like no more lies here. Upkeep, like untap on our own upkeep, Felia. All right. So opponent's got nothing. Good. Kind of one of those lines of like, I don't know if it's actually doing anything. Well, I couldn't play Felia end of their turn, right? Or did I have the mana available? I was only gonna, or no, I did because I didn't know more lies. I was so like dead set on that no more line. No more lies line. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I do want some thought ceases on the draw though. I'm gonna board out a Felia on the draw. Well, that's a hand. Son of a bitch. Dang it. Well, both sides fought hard. Gave it the old college try. Vlad, what's up? Hold up. Hold up. We got a possible line here. Ready for this Felia blink out vexing bobble. Is this a grist going on the stack? This is a grist leaving the stack. Land, land, land. Oh, you want to give me the land? I could Wrath the Skies for 1. Get Bauble food take or food token, Dryad Arbor. That feels like it's probably worth it. Alternatively, we could Riddler, Blink Riddler. But I think just Wrath for 1. It's got to be better. Well, I don't think Blink Bauble Solitude Sam solves my problem. It's just like, it just puts the bauble away for a turn, but I still have like multiple dead cards in hand where the Wrath gets rid of the bauble permanently so I can subtlety. Gets rid of a mana here. It's a strip mine with a Wrath. Well, I'm fine with sacking or them sacking it because it gets the bauble off the battlefield. I don't want the bauble coming back. I want the bauble gone. And it accomplishes that goal. Like now I can Solitude the Sam if I want because there's no more bauble. Fact, us being the crazy kids we are going to do that. And now hopefully I can subtlety something, untap, Quantum Riddler, Blink Riddler. All this stuff I wouldn't be able to do with a Vexing Bauble out. Put Samwise on top. Am I blinking their food token? They missed a land drop. They don't have mana this turn. Quantum Riddler would have to flip over a white card. I guess it doesn't really change much. I guess if Quantum Riddler doesn't hit a white card here, I'm dead to Samwise, Sack, Outlet, Cat that I wouldn't have been dead to otherwise. This discussion reminds me of Skullcrack flavor text. I could not tell you what the Skullcrack flavor text is. Check it out. Oh, kind of busy at the moment. A tiny little bit. A cat or a sack outlet. Cat. All right, so if I play frog, play land, play frog. Discard dead card to frog, warp Riddler, draw 500 million cards, approximately. That is slightly unfortunate. That's 3 of my 4 solitudes. So I can evoke solitude, exile. What? Better to hit the cat if I'm afraid of birthing ritual. And it's better to hit the Samwise if I'm afraid of basically anything else. I know I blink Riddler, but I want to draw 2. Draw 3. I think I hit the familiar here. Close. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Frog at an all-time low in this meta. Yeah. Frog's kind of rough into solitude. It's not bad though, because like Frog does pull you ahead pretty good if they don't have the solitude. The problem is they always have the solitude. Point in case us having solitude. They said it was a tough matchup. Let me restart Moto real quick. It's getting a little laggy. Mage 4 will get a frog with Flash. Or Avatar, the last airbender, we get a frog with Flash, but it's a legendary bird spirit instead of a frog. Instead of having to hit people, it just draws the cards. And what else? It's going to be really fun though, because like whenever the new cards drop, first thing I'm trying out is Scheming Symmetry. Just 100% trying out Scheming Symmetry, end of story. And I cannot wait to have both Wan Chi Tong and Psychic Frog allowing me to Scheming Symmetry, draw my card first. Plus, like Teferi or Tameo clues, draw my card first, do something to mess up your draw, get a nice effect. Honestly, don't know why we aren't doing this already. Like, how free would it be to just Scheming Symmetry on turn 1 against like Prowess and just get a high noon? Chalky Milk. Oh yeah, brother. Last seen 28 days ago on Eldrazi Ramp. Hell no, brother. No Chalky Milk for you. Get plain, ordinary milk. Actually, no, I take that back. You get punished. You get like Nesquik strawberry milk. Bird will be interesting. I have no idea if Bird will be at all playable, even if it's just like a 2 of in Dimir or whatever. I've been hurt enough times by getting my hopes up that cards were going to be good, and they didn't. Malcolm, looking at you. But nonetheless, we are going to try it. I'm still convinced Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel is playable. That card is good in Vintage Cube. Like, there's no way it's good in Vintage Cube and then just unplayable in Modern. Right? Gotta be some merit to that argument. Ragioli, ragioli. Give me the formuoli. Playing dead on top. Play dead Ragavan hit. Ephemerate, sure. Frog. Frog, 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 frog. Keeps the card on top. Will we see a Phlage? Phlage, Titan of something, something. Phlage. Titan of Fire's Fury. Hidden Burrow, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Broxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. Phlage. 3 at the Frog. So let's discard. Sink and Watery Grave. Aha. Aha. I knew it. Read you like a book. Think I won't block? Will I block? Could just be like a 5/6 frog. But yeah. Yeah, we will block. Out of here, monkey. Page 4 gonna be Harry Potter. Look how smart and thin we are for blocking. Hola, Jonathan. All right. What's my preferred play here? Am I planning on flashing in this specimen to block, or they're gonna have Phlage back next turn, which is kind of annoying. So I might just want to go Thalia. Yeah, I like that. Thalia, untap, Solitude, the Phlage, Thalia, blank, Solitude, something else. Phlage. Going after the token. So this would be Flip a Johnny, 3 damage. This doesn't change anything, right? It's fine. Another guide. Less fine. Significantly less fine. Good boy. So Solitude, Exile, Phlage. Psychic Frog, kill a Johnny. And then we've got what? Block, gain 3, go to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That means I need to Solitude, Exile, Pat, Solitude, Exile, a Johnny, or Phlage, whatever the stupid thing's name is. Attack in. Elia, Blink, Solitude. Johnny. Don't block the Felia though. Felia blocking and Felia staying back just don't matter. Doesn't matter at all, right? Because either way, it's 2 blockers out of the equation. Five, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7. Discharge 2. Okay. Okay. That second Felly, or that second Ocelot Pride hurt us so bad there. I think most other draws were kind of chilling, but that one. What's on top? Get rid of this and Warlord right away. Get it back. Get a Felia. Better. Go ahead and march the token. Back Solitude. Celestial Purge. Good. Not be blinking out your Johnny. Kept a card on top. Probably should have waited for the showdown. See if I wanted that, but I feel like just getting that and being able to blink it to grow the Felia is pretty nice. All right, so they've got a Johnny, Ocelot Pride, bunch of stuff in hand. Everything with eyes blinks, and everything that blinks grows to Felia. Fantastic Tarmogoyf reference there. All right, So we are going to respond to this with Solitude off of Felia. Exile Johnny. Rate the Solitude. All the guide. The one. So many cats. Something else. Holy crap. Well, the triple of Johnny definitely did some work there. Triggers when cats die, right? So you're saying there's a chance. I believe. Let's go. Let's go. I have to go for 2 though, right? Like I have to lose my frog, but get everything else. My Felia back. Whew. Wow, real board wipe off the top, including a land. I know, I'm shocked as well. No, no poor kitties. No poor kitties at all. Or us. All right, do I have another surveil land? None there. None there, so yes. Wait, did I miss it over? Archive, Undercity. Am I blind? No shadowy backstreet. No shadowy backstreet. Oh my god, it is the first one there. I am blind. Okay. Charge my Felia. Well, I guess technically that kills the Phlage they're about to top deck on me. God. Never mind. Can fundraise for glasses. We're already fundraising for a trophy challenge. We ain't got time for glasses. Only nerds wear glasses. Hmm. Like high noon. I don't know. High noon seemed a little lackluster to me. Also dies to our own Wrath the Skies. Two Ragavans. Lame. Matic ending. Okay. I see the Chris Chow is it control list from MXL to Coma. I don't believe I did. Wrath the Skies. Wrath the Skies. Yes, I go Island, Warp Riddler, try to hit an Ephemerate. I could surgical my own subtleties with this trigger on the stack to try to up my chances of finding a Wrath the Skies. Cooking or nah? For science. Subtlety. 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 We cooked too hard. Like Icarus, we cooked too close to the sun. And we were punished for it. Four, five, six, seven. Wrath off the top. Rubbing it in. Wrath one-time dealer. Wrath one-time dealer. I believe. Damn it. All right, opponent, I'll let you have this one. Ah, yes. It was right there. We're about to draw it. We were so close to drawing it that Moto crashed. We took a dead draw out of our deck. Still didn't hit it. SMH. Last time I listened to chat. Opponent last seen 24 days ago on Boros Burn. God help us. Lucky losing versus energy. I mean, that happened some number of times. All right, what are we talking about with Izzet control from Tacoma? Snapcaster, Tameo, Subtlety, Brazen Borrower. Arclight. That's not a real card. This isn't a real piece of Magic cardboard. Two main deck invert. What are we still in the ring meta? Imagine playing invert polarity in 2025. Look, it plays Fire Magic. Yeah, and if it wasn't playing Fire Magic, they would have won the whole thing. Guarantee it. Can't prove otherwise. Oh, is this just the Arclight Dredge deck? Can we beat this ever? We just like completely cooked this game. Kind of doesn't feel like something we're supposed to beat. Especially not if we're throwing all of our force and negations in the yard. Get back Witch Enchanter, so maybe we can find fourth land and like blow up Artist Talent. Lost a Brood Scale in top 3. Well, you know, Pyroclasm kills a Flesh Raker. Fire Magic doesn't, unless you add a bunch of extra mana to it. Their Cathartic Reunion's terrible. Hold up. Hold up. So you're saying there's a chance? Dart, flashback, dart. Flashback, dart. Don't have another mountain for Ox Escape. Right, it's not a land for Artist Talent, but it does get rid of it nonetheless. You out of here. Enchanter. Board. I would like to find Solitudes. Dude. Okay. What do we got? Will Subtlety the hell out of an Ox of Agonis. Try me. Oh. Now there's 2 lava darts that they do, or 2 creeping chills they do not have access to. I have double Solitude for 2 Arclight Phoenixes. Like where this is going. Yes. Solves. All right, so we are going to Teferi minus bounce a Phoenix. All right. Fairy minus bounce the Phoenix, Solitude the other Phoenix, attack in for lethal. Surgical, I would like High Noons, Ashiok. Anything else is doing much for me. Would not like couple pendings. Subtlety seemed pretty bad against anything that's not Ox of Agonis. Here. I don't mind like a couple Thoughtseize. I don't think it's great. Like hitting Cathartic Reunion is okay. Hitting Artist Talent is okay. Hitting anything else in the deck is terrible. Maybe we can see a High Noon or an Ashiok. I think this is going to do it. Bruh. Let's keep 1, 2. And Landfelia Overlord. God, not another Ketchermos deck. Why is everybody always obsessed with Ketchermos? Also, is this... Did you post this in Discord? Because I swear I saw somebody just post like a 1 relic list a day or two ago. A 1 relic Ketchermos list. What this is? Am I going crazy? Could be both. Like, why go all in on Ketchermos playing 4 copies, but not go in on like the Ketchermos enablers? He ain't doing it. I think I have to get a Surveil land. Like a big part of why Ketchermos died off is it got replaced by cards like Riddler that don't need additional things going on to get an effect. Like you don't have to worry about the size of the graveyard to draw a card or the exile to draw a card. You don't have to play bad cards like Relic to enable Cling to Dust. Like you can just play the other good cards and not worry about this part. It's just like the payoff hasn't really been enough. I like Ketchermos as a card, but there's a reason it doesn't see a lot of play at the moment. I play Cling to Dust. I do have a Cling to Dust. Good call. Shows how much I know about my lists. That one doesn't. Ashiok. Ashiok happened. That's what. No chill for you. For ZKG, you still here? There's our resident Ketchermos player. Non-creature spells cost one less to cast. So it was you that posted it in Discord. Knew it. Knew the list looked familiar. All right, we're going to take a Stinkweed Imp. Get rid of some stuff. Carry on your hand of triple Golgari Thug. I don't even know what level 3 on this does. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, deals that much +2 instead. +2. It's only non-combat damage, right? Yes. Opponent, please block this Felia. I am begging you to block this Felia. Blocking this Felia will feed families. Do it. Do it. Coward. Absolute coward. Kevin coming in with the prime sub. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the subscribers. At least it's not a 5-0 league. It is not a 5-0 league. And now I have to update this sub goal banner. Properties. 7. Wait, are they hard casting a creeping chill on me? Oh yeah, I don't get a response because it's all part of resolving the ability. Lame. You have infinite removal in the Catchermost list. You can't lose. I would probably be inclined to disagree with you can't lose, but you are welcome to go post some results with the list, prove that you can't lose, and then we'll discuss it. They're going to get to mill some stuff regardless of what I do. Is there any world where I want to surgical the creeping chills? Probably not. Just like surgicaling the Arclights, which they have a few. 3 Arclight Phoenix in the yard. They have double dart. So what I'm hearing is you want me to spend my money and time on the league under the argument of trust, bro, and do the testing for you. Yeah, about that. All right, so finished up a 4-1 there. Pretty sweet list. I put this for blank. So let's see. One of the considerations I kind of came across over that league, I thought it was interesting. I felt like the 1 mana interaction, the prismatic ending in March was a little high. All right, let's just go like left to right. The MDFCs I thought were cool. Like I liked that it had a reasonable account of MDFCs, closer to like Orzhov Blink did. It felt like there was one too many between pending and March. Like they got caught in hand a lot, but I understand wanting to keep the white count up. Teferi, I was not particularly impressed with. Felt a little slow in the matchups that I didn't want it, and a little clunky in the matchups that I did. I did like the inclusion of Overlord. I know it wasn't in the original list, but I thought it did a lot of good work. Was happy to have that. Force didn't feel great, but I can understand it being a necessity. It might be that like you want to go up a subtlety or something in the main, move the force to the board, or go up more force if you're planning on running Wan Shi Tong later. It didn't really feel like I got any good targets, nor did I see them often enough when I wanted them. So it felt like it was kind of stuck in that in-between zone. No More Lies. I think we countered one thing one time, but I understand it being a split card to pitch to Solitude or Subtlety. Out of the sideboard, Ashiok was an all-star. High Noon was an all-star. Wrath of Skies was really good. Probably want to find room for the fourth Consigned to Memory. Thoughtseizes. I guess if you're only bringing in Thoughtseizes against like the heavy combo decks, it's fine. Didn't feel like I ever really wanted it against like the light combo or the mid-range decks. And Surgical, just I don't really like Surgical without Thoughtseizes in the main, just because you have to bring in like this whole package. You don't have to, but a lot of times you want Thoughtseize, you want Surgical as well. And I feel like I'd rather this just be a fourth Thoughtseize in those matchups. But that's kind of nitpicking. Also, Surgical's a little awkward when like your removal is exile based with Solitude pending Ephemerate. Your counters are exile based. You've got Ashiok out of the board that's exiling. Subtleties putting stuff back on top. Teferi's putting stuff back in the hand. Like nothing's putting it into the graveyard except for exactly Thoughtseize. But if your goal is to like have a piece of interaction for Phlage specifically on the other side, then I guess Surgical kind of does that. But all in all, I think the league went well. I think the list was cool. Losing to Boros did feel bad, but getting to beat all the other stuff was pretty dope. Keep in mind the deck is tailored for 20 pitch count for blue whites. You need blue white cards. You do, but I still think that count is skewed because of cards like Overlord digging you farther in if you choose to play it. Quantum Riddler digging you farther down. Like Psychic Frog drawing cards. So I think you can afford to have a slightly lower count. Like I know, I'm pretty sure it was Karsten did an article on the pitch count to like Force of Will. And it's not that hard. It's like 17, 18, something like that. When you start including like cantrips.